Take five.
Take five.
We got Michael, Anthony, Benskowski, Gertrude, Land Rover the first.
The 69th.
The 69th. Built for comfort, not speed. And then we got Anthony Francis Licata. The first, obviously.
The first, obviously.
Yeah, you know. So Michael, one thing on your bucket list above climbing Mount Everest.
Yeah. And going into space is another one.
And going into space
I don't know how attainable that is. But
was running a 5K.
Yeah.
And
finally did it.
this is a day that'll go down in history.
Absolutely.
And maybe the first, bucket list.
It's going to be talked about for generations in my family.
It really will.
You know, I'm the first to run a 5K in my family. I'm the first to leave Erie.
Yeah.
I'm just making waves. It's like there's nothing I can't do.
Folks, whenever it comes to NBA Jam lingo, we call that "he's on fire." So, anyways, we just want to document this and figure out how Michael Benskowski is feeling today. So whenever you were warming up before the race,
yeah,
what was going through your head?
I hope my ankle that I broke 3 times playing soccer doesn't fall off.
Yeah, that'd be bad.
I hope I don't poop my pants. That was number 2 on the list.
Well, that's why I
didn't drink coffee this
exactly.
morning, so.
Coffee makes you poop.
It's very true.
So, yeah.
What else is going? I almost forgot to make a playlist. I'm really bad at making playlists on the fly, so
yeah.
I got a good playlist going.
But good thing we were on the drive on our way here. So
that's true.
Yeah. So that's that. Hey, that's all about
Yeah. So
on audibles.
The race, it went as expected. I'd like to say. I ran sub 10, which is what I was going for.
Okay.
The first mile and a half was more just like a warm up. Hello. I felt like my bad ankle was hanging on by a piece of dental floss.
Which one's your bad ankle?
My right ankle.
Your left and right?
No, just the right. Right one's at 10%, left one's at 15. So it's the right one's worse.
Very good.
So felt like he was hanging on by dental floss. Still finished. The hills sucked. They were the worst.
I'll tell you what though, the hills. Just to let you guys know, mile 2.
This is Pittsburgh on crack.
Mile 2 was all hills. So as soon as I saw the mile 3 or the mile, the whole second mile was all hills. And then once you got to the second mile marker, so you were on the third mile, it was all downhill. But it was brutal.
Sucked.
Both of us, we looked at our times. We ran a minute to a minute and a half slower on the second mile. It was ridiculous.
I'll have to check out my splits, but
yeah,
they're not impressive.
It wasn't
not
good.
Impressive.
Especially for first time 5K. But I think you're a veteran now. Because
I'd like to say so.
I'll tell you what, boys, you can't teach that.
So everything in my life has been kind of leading up to this point.
Yeah.
Right here, right now.
Yeah.
So
it has been. That's the beautiful thing about 5Ks.
Yeah.
Is it really just it's a game changer?
Exactly.
And not to mention just it teaches life lessons. About staying
that guy's butt
poised.
crack was standing out earlier. I couldn't stop looking at it. I'm sorry, I got distracted.
No, that's okay. Butt cracks happen. I think there's a kid squatting over there too, trying to take. He's probably pooing his pants.
Probably.
Anyway, so back to the tape. But regardless, they got beer here. Thank you, Straub and Miller Lite.
Thank you, Straub.
Straub and Miller Lite.
Something's wrong with the water in the Miller Lite, so.
Yeah, it's something wrong. Yeah, it's a little darker than normal, but other than that, it's been a great 5K. I mean, there's men over there wearing tights. I mean,
first of all, I want to talk about how the heavyweight division was 190 plus. That's just a normal human being. I'm 6'2", I'm 220. It's I'm like a prototype,
I would have been there.
Linebacker.
I know. If we would have known, if we'd have known that weigh-ins were, oh my God, Peter Parker,
love it.
Not a boy. If we would have known that, weigh-ins were last night at the packet pickup and registration, we would have killed it. We would have easily medaled, taken 23rd and 22nd, just back to back, motoring.
Yeah.
So I mean, they got to work on their communication set a little bit, but other than that, it's a pretty good. It's a pretty good race. Yeah,
they have beer, they have hot dogs.
Yeah.
They have a lot of dogs too, a lot of real dogs. I pet so many dogs.
Oh my God, there's dogs for days. I don't even know. Some of them even got T-shirts.
So many
Do
dogs.
they even make dog-sized T-shirts?
I don't know, but that's a good business. That's a good business. That's a niche market, I like to say.
I don't know if they make dog T-shirts, but I'll tell you what. Look at the line for hot dogs. Boy, that's a nice line.
It's a big line for hot dogs.
Well, I'll tell you what. This is Mike Benz and Anthony Licata signing off. Stay classy.